everyone, welcome back to another video where today we're going to be talking a little bit about the filming that took place over last night. Specifically, these are, for those of you who aren't aware, basically pickup shots for the 2023 Doctor Who Christmas special. I'm going to be talking a little bit about what went on. I was there briefly, checking out the filming. Hello to anyone who saw me there. And yeah, I'm just going to go over it. We're going to talk a bit about it and have a bit of fun. But before we get into it, feel free to subscribe if you are brand new. We are literally single digits away from 21,000 subscribers, and I'd love to hit it this evening if possible. So yeah, if you're brand new to the channel and you do enjoy this content, feel free to subscribe. We're getting close to the 60th anniversary now, so you're probably going to start seeing way more of me. How lucky are you? He says sarcastically. But with that said, let's get into the video. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, this was taking place near St. Mary Street in Cardiff. This is a follow-up to the first piece of pickup filming for the 2023 Christmas special, and that's going to be relevant in a second. The first thing that was spotted, as far as I can tell, was the TARDIS being on set, which, I mean, yeah, not a lot to say there. It's the TARDIS. It looks amazing. And basically, from what I saw, the filming was taking place down one road, and there was a taxi going back and forth, which we'll talk about in a second, as well as some scenes with Ncuti Gatwa, which we'll also talk about in a sec as well. There were also these posters, and I've got to give a huge shout out to Doctor Who filming locations, mainly because obviously he takes way better pictures than me, and he's always there. He stayed till 5 AM, which is, I believe, when they wrapped. I couldn't stay that long because, quite frankly, I enjoy sleep too much. But anyway, yeah, there are these posters which are essentially, like, they're called Whiteford Circus, and they do sort of tie into the dating of, you know, this Christmas special, because it's saying it's from the 25th of November to the 30th of December, so yeah, makes sense date and time-wise for this to be the 2023 Christmas special. I don't know whether this has any significance beyond that. If any of you are like classic Doctor Who, hardcore classic Doctor Who fans who recognise this from somewhere, feel free to let me know. Obviously, I've got, you know, a pretty good understanding of classic Who, and this didn't really strike me as anything particularly noteworthy, but again, some of you might feel differently on that. And yeah, apparently as well, the actress known as Mary Malone, who is reportedly a friend of Millie Gibson's character, Ruby Sunday, was also on set. But yeah, we can see here Ncuti Gatwa in the kilt costume, which he was actually at the previous bit of filming, which I actually forgot to cover. But now's a good time to basically talk about this costume. So it's essentially a Scottish kilt with socks, brown brogue shoes, very similar to what we saw in the reveal costume, a sort of yellow tank top or like vest, and then a leather jacket over the top, which is hard to see in some pictures because he's wearing a crew jacket, but obviously later on you'll see him in the leather one as well. First of all, we had this scene of Ncuti rehearsing where he says he's just the Doctor. This is courtesy of TARDIS Central. And yeah, this one gave me a really, really cool buzz, just because hearing a Doctor say, I'm the Doctor, just the Doctor, is always one of those kind of traditions you love to see in Doctor Who. The next bit, which we'll get some added context in a second, is this. So it's basically Ncuti telling some people to run away before ducking, and you can also see Christmas decorations in the backdrop there as well. So I'll be playing that here. This is once again Doctor Who filming locations. And then we have a giant snowman who was spotted on set. And yeah, so when I was there last time, they had these big lighting fixtures that were hung up, that looked very similar to this, but like lit up. And obviously here, it's just like a snowman head. I'm not sure whether they're part of the same scene. I would imagine so, because when I was last there, shortly after I left, there was Ncuti's stunt double doing the same scene as what we just saw. So I'd assume they were part of the same scene. So my guess here is that the snowman will fall, either maybe because an alien shot it down or something to that effect. Ncuti will run away, telling people to leave, and there's also a scene as well of a woman with a baby with like a pram trying to get out of the way as well. And then, as we can see in this next clip, Ncuti actually gets stuck inside the snowman. And while I was there was a brief conversation between shooting at was Doctor and a police officer. I swear I heard, "Oh my god, are you the Doctor?" But some people said, "Oh my god, are you okay?" was what they heard. So maybe that was just me mishearing. But either way, it seems like the police officer is inquiring as to the Doctor's well-being after the snowman basically collapsing on top of him. But the Doctor seems very unwilling to talk to the officer, as you can see in this clip here of him striding away from him. And finally, here are some of the additional taxi scenes, courtesy of Ben Langdon, who was at the set. Shout-outs to you.
Sorry, it won't be a sec. We're just filming a second, alright? Just stand by. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Or if you need to go anywhere, you can go back.
The lady with the baby. So who is that shooting? Is it meant to be shooting? It's meant to be.
But that pretty much wraps up the filming that took place here. Obviously, it's a very kind of RTD camp Christmas special was the main takeaway I got from it. Looks extremely fun. It's going to be interesting to see what the plot reasoning for this was. I do remember a rumour way back when that a Christmas tree or something would fall on Davina McCall. I think that was a rumour for a while. I'm not sure whether this has some correlation to that, given it is, you know, a big Christmas-themed object falling onto the Doctor. I could be just speculating or going completely up the wrong tree there. However, those two scenes do seem to line up quite well. I do find it notable that Ncuti's in another new costume. I'll be completely honest, it's not my favourite of his looks. I don't mind it. I like that they're actually embracing the fact that he is Scottish. I think that's really fun. And I don't mind the leather jacket. I guess it's just not my favourite because I think some of Ncuti's looks have been so strong, particularly the 60s look and the first Christmas look that we saw with the brown leather jacket. And I don't think any have quite matched that for me just yet, but I'm sure it'll happen in time. I believe Doctor Who Filming Locations has said that there might be one more slot of filming in this area around mid-October, so if anything significant happens there, I might go, I might not, but I'll cover it either way. But let me know in the comments below what you think about all this. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe if you're new. Thank you as well, I just want to say very quickly to everyone on set while I was there, particularly shout-outs to Joe, who moved me to make sure I could actually see. Thank you to Joe, who was on set, and everyone who was kind of monitoring it to make sure, you know, people could watch, but also other people could get through. They did an absolutely phenomenal job. I just wanted to shout them out before I went away because I don't feel like they get enough credit for what they do. So yeah, shout-outs to them. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.